Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, and it's located on the south spawn of Lakeville, and it's under the command of Admiral Zombie. Now it's a 105 light field howitzer, that's where the leFH comes from in the name. The 18 is the caliber and the B2, well, that's the chassis, the hull of the vehicle, which is actually a Char B1 tank. So it's a heavy tank, but with an Arty on top. Game started. Now it's capable of 410 alpha if it can penetrate the target. Penetrates up to 53mm of armour, and that's quite a lot. And you can see that Admiral Zombie's taken off to a position near the rock. He's going to shoot up the valley. And from this position you can actually shoot also into the town, so it's actually quite a good position, although it's a bit open and exposed. Well, he's waiting for an enemy tank to appear, and the first one that's turned up is an SU-100, a box tank. He's fired a quick round in. Oh, we got a hit straight away, even with a blown reticule. Now the reload time, well, it varies. By the book, I think it's just over 9 seconds, but if you've got a good crew and a rammer, it can actually drop to about 8 seconds or even 7. We've lost sight of those targets. Those are the initial spots that came from the Striv M42, and we're waiting for somebody to spot them. Oh, right, okay, we've got a super jumbo there. And that round just landed in front of him, but he was stunned by a round from the Hummel. We've got a Hummel on our team. That's a tier 6 German, so he's got 15cm gun and he can produce stun on the enemy. There's a 40TP. That's a Polish tank, and our round hit the rock face there. Now it's a tier 6 game and we're tier 5, so it's on a 5-10 matchup, so we're bottom tier you might say, but that means there's more opportunity to earn XP from this game. Well, he fired a round there with a blown reticule at the Striv M74. Unfortunately, it didn't hit the target, but he's loaded again. Fires a round in. Unfortunately, again, the target was moving, and that's why he didn't get it on target. Right, well, that OI on our team made a valiant attempt to go up and try and kill the enemy, but now what he's done is provide them with extra armour to play with. And that was a really good shot on the Super Jumbo. He managed to get 54 hit points, but he tracked him, and that means that we picked up damage resist, and our round just bounced off the front of that wreck. Now the box tank's moving up as quickly as he can. Rounds out, direct hit, tracked him. He's burned his repair kit to keep moving. We might be able to get another round into him to track him again, and he's killed. Unfortunately, we didn't get the kill that time. There's a target that really is difficult to kill. It's a KV-222, and the reason it's difficult, it's a tier 7 hull. It's the hull of a KV-3, but with a KV-1 turret. Oh my god, what a good shot! Hit the engine bay, blew him up for 158 hit points. They're normally very difficult to kill, but Admiral Zombie had no trouble there. He's firing another round in because there's a Striv 74 behind that rock. You can't see him, but we know he's there. Trying to get sight on him at the moment. Oh my god, what a kill! He was behind the rock and he got the kill. He fired a blind shot round in. Striv was still there and he's got his second kill. Well, that T21 is taking a pasting, but I'm not sure Admiral Zombie can get a shot on him at the moment from the position he's in, because he is behind the rocks. With one tank up on the enemy, but it's still fluid. It could go either way. I think most of the enemy tanks that are actually in the valley have been wiped out. Only that T21, and most of the rest of the enemy team are now at the other end of the map. And you can see now where this position does actually enable you to shoot over to the other side of the map near the town. And we've got a Type T34. Tier 5 Chinese medium tank, and he's taking a plastering from the guys coming out of the town. We fired a round in there. Nope, just hit the building. That T67 though, he won't react very well if he gets hit with a 105mm round. Oh, it just landed long. Didn't hit him. He is basically a one-shot, so we only need to get the shell near him and he should be out the game, but at the moment he's being very elusive. Okay, he's hidden behind that building. We can't get splashed with this shell. It's just not strong enough. It doesn't produce any sizable splash. Okay, well, we've gone back to that where that Type T34 is. And we've actually platooned. Well, we are in platoon with 2 Stug 3Gs. And they're making their way up the valley. I think if we bring up the names, we can see. Right, was 10th Panzer Regiment and Blood Baron. And oh, we just lost Blood Baron. He was taken out by the enemy Guerrilla. And there is a Bishop. Oh, nice hit for 107 hit points from a near miss. It's basically the hull of a Valentine tank, that Bishop. And, oh, well, our Guerrilla took out their Bishop. So, at the moment, we're still 1 tank up on the enemy. But we're having difficulty trying to get out of the town into the enemy camp area. There's a Leopard at the end of the lake road, a Type T34 behind a house, and the T67, well, he's also providing a bit of a barrier. And you can see him there. We're trying to work out where we can put a round in, fired the round in, and no, it didn't get near him. So it looks like that T37 is going to have to go around the corner because our shells can't do the job. Not unless the Hummels actually fire a round in. And there is an AMX ELC. It's a tier 5 French light tank. And, oh, well, we missed on that shot. He's getting close to our Stug, and that's 10th Panzer Regiment. Our platoon mate. And, oh, he's going to get behind him. And, oh, he's killed him. Now, I think that AMX ELC has actually got the 90mm gun. That's how he's actually able to wipe out the Stug with 1 shot. And unfortunately, there's nobody in the valley to actually spot for us now. But the Fifi does have a very long view range. It's 390 meters. And you can see that ELC was spotted by us. And that's helped the Hummel to have a shot. The Nashorn is returning to help us. And there's the Type T34, the one that was being a danger at the other end. Oh, it just lands in front of him. He is a 1 shot, but we just need to get that shot near him. There he is. We've got no shot at the moment. We've been spotted. And there are still 2 enemy Artys. And there's the Guerrilla trying to fire in at us. He stunned us. Right, we're going to try and go for a shotgun. Oh, and it works! He shotgunned that Type T34, but he needs to move now because enemy Arty knows where he is. They will be trying to kill him. So the best thing he can do is reposition and get some cover between him and the enemy. Either that, or it looks like what he's going to do is go on the offensive and see if he can take out that AMX ELC face to face. Now, the one good thing about the Fifi, as we call it, Fifi La Pew Pew, written on the side of the vehicle, is that he's got a fast reload. So, 8 seconds, and the shells, well, 105mm gun, 10.5 centimeter, they can do a lot of damage. And to a light tank like the AMX ELC, they are devastating. It is possible to one-shot in the AMX ELC, but it's more likely that you'll actually do 2 hits and they'll be out the game. And of course, remember the AMX ELC with the 90mm gun, although he can do about 250 hit points of damage, which is close to the hit points of a Fifi, he needs to get good shots to do it. And oh, he's come down the other side and he was wiped out by the Nashorn. He came down the lake road. Now, unfortunately, we did lose some hit points to the Guerrilla. He did get a hit on us for 95 hit points. There's still 2 enemy vehicles out there. The Leopard and their Guerrilla. The Nashorn's moving up. On our team, we've got the Nashorn and 3 Artys. Now, the Guerrilla and the Hummel look like they're going to go up the valley, which is a very good move. Best thing to do. Hummel looks like he's going to stay behind and try and protect the Guerrilla as he moves up. Nashorn's sticking around because he knows where the leopard was last seen, and there's the leopard. We've locked onto a shotgun. Unfortunately, we're going to have to keep moving because that leopard is changing his position quite rapidly. Okay, now can we get a shot? Well, it's a hit, but we're going to need to put more rounds into him to kill him. Oh, we're taking rounds from that leopard, and we missed with that shot. Can we get another one in? The leopard's been distracted by the Hummel. We need him to stop, or at least to try and aim ahead of him. He's going to get the kill on the leopard, on the Hummel. Unfortunately, he's reloading his gun at the moment. The Hummel can't fire. Oh, and Admiral Zombie gets the kill. Very nicely done. He saves the life of the Hummel. Now the gorilla has been found and he's in the valley, and unfortunately we just lost our gorilla teammate. He was derped by the gorilla on the enemy team shotgun, and we fired a round into the wreck of our own gorilla there, going for the kill on the enemy gorilla. We should be able to do it. One shot, round out, and yes! Wins the game! We fired over the top of the Nashorn at that enemy. The shell must have zipped right over him into the enemy to kill him. Let's have a look at that. Well, actually, why don't we see if we can watch that again in third person. I don't know if it's possible. I think it might be. Well, there he's killed the enemy leopard. So let's see exactly what happened when he fired at that gorilla, because I know it's unusual, we don't normally do this, but we'll do an instant replay. We might as well to see. That's where he missed the gorilla. Now, did he fire right over the top of the Nashorn? I think he did. Yes, he did! What a shot! Right over the top of his teammate at low level, and it killed the enemy tank. Well done, Admiral Zombie. That was a great shot. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for Admiral Zombie in the 105 leFH18B2, the Fifi La Pew Pew. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13. A duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 5. He was 1 short of getting a top gun when he killed the gorilla. And he also picked up a Stark's medal. Now, these medals are difficult to get because you have to suffer a huge amount of damage to your vehicle. At least 2/3 of your hit points lost. At least 2 hits from the enemy. In fact, actually, he took more than 2 hits because, of course, he took hits from the leopard and also from the gorilla. And he also has to survive the battle in order to earn that Stark's medal. So congratulations on getting that. That is a nice epic medal to get. So let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see from the team score, he did get the highest amount of damage as well. Didn't pick up the high caliber for some reason. Don't know why. Probably wasn't 20% of the enemy hit points in total. But he was top of the column. The next highest scorer was the gorilla on the enemy team. He had 1,355. And then came the Nashorn with 1,255. When it came to kills, again, he's got the top of the column. He got 5 kills. Next highest scorers was T67 on his team and the AMX CLC on the enemy team. Both had 3 kills apiece. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 940 base experience points, 797 to the T67, and 565 goes to the gorilla, who's just beating the enemy gorilla, who had 519. He fired 37 rounds in that game. He got 11 direct hits and 2 penetrations and 13 splash. Damage of 1,400 hit points in total, 964 of which were at more than 300 meters. So I think the leopard was quite close, and so was the gorilla when he killed it. He received 6 hits from the enemy during that game. 3 of them were penetrations, 3 non-penetrations, and 1 hit as a result of splash damage from the enemy gorilla. He blocked damage of 90 hit points in total, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and did damage assistance of 320 hit points. On a premium count, he earned 27,027 credits, and after repair, ammunition resupply and consumables, and he did use premium consumables in that game to speed up his reload, he actually got a profit of 19,043 credits. He received 940 XP, times 2 for the first victory, got a personal missions payout of 2820, and because this is a premium vehicle, he also gets a bonus for premium vehicle tier of 564, and for playing in a platoon right from the start of the battle, he picked up an extra 210 612 XP. So his grand total came to 6,416 experience points altogether. He says just another ace in the leFH. Well, yes, it was a little more than an ace, this one. It was quite a good battle and very interesting. And that ending, well, it was so narrowly missed, taking out your own Aslain in the process, but you did it beautifully. It was a spectacular end to quite an exciting battle. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, because we get great replays like this all the time. And hopefully it'll be one of your replays that I'll be featuring in the next video.